The coachman takes the collar with both hands so that the rest of it is pointed upwards and places himself in front of the horse. He guides the collar carefully over the horse's head, turns it around at the thinnest point of the neck in the same direction as the mane, and lets it slide down to the shoulders. If the horse's head is very wide or sensitive, one should unbuckle the hames and place the collar spread over one knee. The collar must be sufficiently large that one can easily place a flat hand between the lower end and the windpipe. It must rest in the correct position against the shoulder and must therefore be thick and well padded. Strong, correctly made padding prevents the hame tugs from chafing. Every collar strap must have one secure loop and one loose loop and 6 to 8 holes. It must also be attached at the inner collar hanger and then passed through the outer one once and no more. It must, however, be fastened in such a way that it can be put on from outside and so that the point of the collar strap is not in the way of the lead rein in a 4-horse equipage. Then you place the saddle pad over the horse's back, take the tail with your left hand and place it through the crupper, taking care that no hairs get caught in it. The breeching should be buckled in such a way that you can easily place both hands through at the haunches, and so that it lies one hand width beneath the hip bone. In other words, so high that it does not impede the free movement of the back legs. After the harness has been put on and secured, the coachman takes the bridle with his left hand, places his right arm under the horse's neck, takes the bridle at the headpiece and lifts it up to the ears, while the left hand grabs the bit at the mouthpiece, places it into the horse's mouth, which can be opened by pressing your left thumb against the diastema. The right hand pulls the headpiece over the right ear, and the left ear is carefully put through with the left hand. At this point, the bridle bit is placed in the mouth, the curb chain is hooked on, and the throat latch and nose latches are fastened. The correct position of the bridle demands that the horse's eyes stand somewhat higher than the middle of the blinders. Otherwise, the upper edge of the blinders will chafe against the temporal bone because the weight of the bridle lies mainly here and not on the entire cheek. First, the coupling reins are buckled. The coupling rein must be buckled at the mouth in such a way that it disturbs the horse as little as possible. If a horse has the habit of tossing its head, its rein absolutely must lie over the other one. If a horse is sensitive in the mouth and therefore holds its head higher than the other horse, then the rein of the lower horse must lie below, in any case when one is driving with curb bit. The head of the sensitive horse will not let itself be pulled down when the other rein is buckled over. Then the pole straps are attached long and the traces are fastened to the roller bolts. In an English-style harness, the outside ones go first. The rein is attached at the pad underneath the pad point strap of the off horse, but only under that of the horse to the left of the pole. In an English-style harness, leader traces and swingle trees must have the screw heads upwards. One can see easily in this way if the screw has come loose. When you are attaching the traces, take care that the inner traces are constantly coming back inwards because they are shorter and because they become unattractive due to unavoidable rubbing against the traces of the neighboring horses. With practical harnesses, the points of the interior traces are made blunt for easy recognition. The exterior wheel trace should be 1 inch longer than the interior one. The exterior lead trace should be 2 inches longer than the interior one.